back with a whip and chat. I'm going to do a tag today, so everybody get your whips out, whatever you may be crafting at this time, and let's get started. I already put my drills in, and look guys, it's all one color. I'm doing really good with these Harbor Freights. I've been keeping them out. I think my problem before was my lockables. So first I'll do some updates. I kind of did some updates on my last video about what I've done this weekend. It is now Sunday, but you probably won't see this until whenever I put it up. I don't even know what day I'm going to put it up. So I wanted to do videos for the whole week. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'll do thank goodness it's Friday on Thursday, because it won't be a thank goodness it's Friday for me because I'll be at work. But it will be for all you guys. Well, hopefully, depending on if you have to work or not. But I went to the Pink Raspberry last Friday and I got some cool stuff, which you probably have seen already before this video goes up. So maybe not. I might do this one before the other one. So I don't know. Might surprise you. We'll see. But anyhow, I'm going to do a little gossip this morning. So I have this neighbor across the street. Now my other neighbor, she watches my videos, so she'll probably get a chuckle out of this. But anywho, she's single. Her boyfriend, well, she moved into that house across the street with her boyfriend, and then I don't even think they had the house for a year, and then she dumped him and he moved out. So she just lives there by herself. So on Friday night, there's this black car over there all night. And I'm like, she has a boyfriend. Because I've seen that black car a couple nights there. And then I couldn't see who came out. I missed it. Yes, I am. Typical Portuguese nosy neighbor. Okay? It's the Portuguese coming out of me. What can I say? So anyways, last night, she had another overnight guest, but not in the same kind of car. Now, granted, the person could have two cars, but why would a single person have two cars, right? That's what I think. Anyway, it stayed the whole night too. So this morning I went out to Timmy's to get a coffee. This was like at 6 o'clock in the morning. And this time it was an SUV that was over there, and it was still there. And then when I came back from coffee, it was gone. I'm like, damn it, I missed seeing who came out. Yeah, so I'll keep you updates. Updates of the nosy neighbor. This is what I'm going to call this segment. I'm like, yep, I'm nosy. Give me a break. My other Portuguese old neighbors, I'm sure they talk the talk about me. So, not that I have overnight guests. Wish I did, but I don't. So, that's my segment for there of my gossip of the neighborhood. I'll keep you updated. What car's there tomorrow? Is it the black one or is it the blue SUV? Inquiry minds want to know. So I thought I'd do a tag. I think I'm going to do whip and chats on Tuesdays and Fridays, or when I'm going to do my whip and chats. Did you hear? I watched Stitcherisa. She's going to do 6 different paintings all at once. Okay, sorry guys, I got interrupted. I just put my phone on airplane mode. so I won't get interrupted again by my niece. She called, FaceTimed, freaking out about, apparently there's this new Sims that came out, Island Living or something, and she's freaking out because it's $59 Canadian and she really wants to buy it, but she doesn't want to spend the $59. And usually my daughter buys them and they share the account. And but my daughter's computer blew up. So she's like, oh, if Sarah's computer was working, she would surely buy it, but I don't want to spend the $59 because my daughter Sarah, like, is addicted to The Sims. She's got every single expansion pack except for this new one coming out. But now her computer won't even turn on. So, yeah. So she called complaining about that, and then she showed me a clip of it, and it's got mermaids in it. I'm like, oh, Alyssa's gonna want this one. I haven't played Sims 4 in so long, and I actually don't play it the proper way. Like that it's meant to be played. I would just play it to build houses, and I do the cheats. I'm not gonna lie, when I play. I don't play it to try to gain points or all that stuff the proper way you're supposed to play it, like my daughter plays it, but yeah. So I got interrupted on that note with her freaking out about The Sims. And then I thought, oh, I better put, and I'm like, oh, you interrupted her. She's like, I figured you were filming because it wasn't saying I was active on Facebook. And I'm like, yeah, I was filming. But anyways, I thought I'd do a tag today. Of get to know me tag. Now some of these questions you already know, but I thought, heck, I'll do this one again for new subscribers that don't really know me very well. So, where did you grow up? I grew up in a town in Ontario. And I've said it where I live. I don't really care. I live in Strathroy, Ontario. It used to be a little town, but it has grown to be quite big. But it's still classified as a town. And now it's called Strathroy Caradoc, which is Strathroy, and all the little towns all around are considered Strathroy Caradoc district. So that's where I grew up. Where do I currently live? Well, unfortunately, I still live in this crappy town. Oh, actually, I love my town. I still live here. And there goes the freezer, the fridge, my mini bar fridge, but there's no bar in it other than Diet Pop and regular pop. Who is my best friend? My best friend is Mo. I met Mo in 1995. I met her when she was pregnant with her daughter Jessica, and I got pregnant with my son Tyler at the same time. And we're actually both due on the same day, November 29th. But she ended up having Jessica a month early. She had her on October 30th, first, Halloween. And I had Tyler a day late, November 30th. So she actually had her daughter a month before I had Tyler. And pretty much after that, she was living in Wofford at the time when she had him, and then they moved to Strathroy. And when they moved to Strathroy, we became even closer because she lived next door to one of my friends that no longer lives in town. And we just started hanging out, and we've been best friends ever since. Oh, see, I almost did it again. See, I'm gonna try to be super extra careful, guys. I swear. I'm going to. So that's how I met my best friend. She's married to Fred, which I consider a very close friend too. He's the godfather of my daughter Alyssa. And even though we don't hang out as much anymore as we used to back in the day, they know I love them. And they're my friends. And they will always be my friends. And me and Mo go to, actually I found diamond painting from Mo because she started doing it, and she's the one who told me about diamond painting. And I'm like, at first when she was describing it to me, it kind of sounded weird, but she said it was calming and relaxing and it was fun to do. And I'm like, oh yeah, and I just left it at that. And then when I stopped working at the vape shop on my days off, I was bored. I didn't really have anything to do, and I'm like, I need a hobby. And then I thought about what Mo told me about this craft, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try it. So I called a girl in town that sells them, that actually owns the Pink Raspberry now, and I consider her a good friend now. I used to work with her daughter. Her daughter no longer works where I work, but she works now at the Pink Raspberry. But anyway, I called her and I got my first kit, and after that I was hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. And then that's when I discovered YouTube. Because when I get passionate of a craft or something to do, like my vaping, I automatically go to YouTube, and it just keeps the passion alive. And people, like, I think Mo thinks like sometimes I'm crazy because I get so passionate in something that I do, but like, I don't have a husband. If I can just concentrate on one thing and this makes me happy, then why not, right? I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not hurting anybody but my bank account when I do this craft. So yeah, that's it about my best friend. My best friend Mo. I love her to death. How tall are you? I think I'm 5'6", 5'7", pretty tall. I'm not quite sure. It's between 5'6" and 5'7". I don't know why they'd ask that question. Dogs or cats? Obviously dogs. I have two beautiful dogs, Gigi and Lola. Gigi's a male. Yeah, he's a male. Don't judge me. And Lola is a female. She is Shih Tzu. And Gigi is half pug, half poodle. And Gigi is my baby. He is the best dog in the world. Lola can be a little brat, but I still love her. She don't give kisses either. That dog will not kiss you. Will not kiss you for the life of her. She will not. She likes to stand on your chest and pat you in the face with her hands. That's how she tells you she's happy, but she will not lick you. And if you try to kiss her, she gets mad. Funniest moment throughout high school. Like, seriously, I went to high school 1,000 years ago. I don't really remember any funny moments in high school. I didn't do anything. Well, I had a crush on a guy in high school that did not even know I existed. He was like, he was on the, what do you call it? Student council. Oh, he was hot back then. I don't think he is now, but he was back then. And I had such a crush on him. His name was Tim. And my friends used to call him Stud Muffin. That was his nickname. And one year I had a locker, and it was right across the student council room where they would all go hang out, all the student council members, because, you know, back in the day when I went to school, student council were the popular kids. I don't know if it's still like that now, but that's how it was back then. And when he would walk there, I'd be at my locker with my friend. Well, my friend Jen, God rest her soul, because she passed away with cancer in 2017. And she was my best friend in high school. And she would like go, oh, there's Stud Muffin, and I'd be literally so embarrassed. I would practically, if I could fit in my locker, I would have fit in my locker as he went by, and he would smile at me. He must have kind of, like, I talked to him later on in life and told him I had a crush on him, but he must have known something, because my friends were so extra special. And then I told him about the time that he actually danced with me at a school dance. He said he was probably drunk. No, that don't make me feel any better that the only reason why he danced with me is because he was drunk. And back then I wouldn't have known, because I was such a goody-goody. Like, I did nothing wrong in high school. I was like goody-goody girl. I did not drink, I did not smoke, I did not do anything in high school. I only started smoking after my divorce, and that was a mistake. But now I vape. But yeah, that's the only embarrassing thing I can think of, is when they used to tease me about Tim. Oh God, he was so cute. And he was on the football team, and he was on the hockey team, and he was just, I used to like going to church with my mom when I was in high school, because his parents went to the same mass on Saturday nights. So then I could at least see him. And I didn't realize that he lived outside of Strathroy, out of town. They must have just moved there since they went to high school, because I don't remember them from before. And they didn't go to school with me here in Strathroy. So I'm figuring they probably moved out there while they were in high school. And he had a younger brother that was actually in my grade, and he was like a year or two older than me. He went to my prom though. He went actually stayed because him and his girlfriend had broken up. And I was there with my ex-husband. I remember smiling at him on the dance floor while I was dancing with my ex-husband. I still had a huge crush on him, even though I was marrying my ex. But right there, I should have known I really didn't love my ex-husband and why I married him. Craziness. Just because I got mad at my mom. That's basically how I ended up marrying Jason. What a mistake that was, but I don't regret it. He was mean, he was violent and abusive, like I said before. But I got 2 beautiful children out of that marriage, and I wouldn't change it for a world because I love my kids so much. They are my life. Even though they don't live with me anymore, they've gone on their own. They've grown up. But I love them so much. They are my children. And I just have Alyssa with me. I don't think Alyssa's ever going to leave her mom, but you never know. She might when she gets to college. She better go to college. That's all I gotta say. What year were you born? I was born in 1973. I was born in the 70s. I'm a 70s baby. I am 45 years old. I will be 46 this year. Where did you go to college? So, like I said, I got married 2 days after graduation from high school. I was accepted. Back then, I know now you have to actually pay to apply to go to college, but back when I was going to college, you didn't have to pay anything, so you could apply to as many colleges as you wanted. I applied to 6 colleges in Ontario. I got accepted into all 6. But like I said, my parents were super strict. And I really wanted to go to Lambton College, which wasn't that far from here. It's only in Sarnia, Ontario. But my mom was determined that no, I wasn't going to go there, that I should go to Fanshawe, which is the college my daughter went to, my daughter Sarah. And I applied to Lambton, Fanshawe, Conestoga, which is in Kitchener, the one in Hamilton that I can't even remember the name of it, and I think the other 2 were in Toronto. And she wouldn't let me go to any of those, but Sarnia had a dorm. I don't know if the ones in Toronto did because I never really got to know much. I just wanted to see if I'd actually get in, and I got into all 6. But I ended up choosing Fanshawe, but I didn't end up going in the end because I was silly and got married, and I had to do these tests to go to Fanshawe, and then I had to do these workbooks that I did pick up, but I never did finish them, so I kind of gave up my position of going to Fanshawe. Plus, I just got married and we were poor, and I don't even think I applied for OSAP. Well, anyways, I screwed up and I didn't go. And I kick myself every day that I did not go. My ex-husband actually ended up going to Fanshawe, but he didn't even complete the course. My ex-husband had so many jobs when we were together. We were only together for 3.5 years. Or maybe almost 4. I don't even know. I can't remember when I finally kicked him out because I had enough of his bullshit. Got tired of the mentally and physically abuse that I received from that man. And there's only so much you can take. At least for me anyway. Okay. Next question. What is your favorite drink? My favorite drink used to be, before I became a diabetic, used to be Pepsi. That's all I drank. And then when I became a diabetic, I went to Diet Pepsi, which, yes, it tastes kind of funny when you drink diet drinks, but after you drink it for so long, you get used to it and you don't taste it anymore. Just like sweetener, because I can't use sugar At first it tastes funny, but after a while you get used to it and you don't know any different. Well, now I basically, there goes the train. I think I have to have a train in every whip and chat I do. So basically, now I buy whatever's on sale. And I kind of like, I'm on this kick right now of Diet Ginger Ale, Canada Dry. Pretty sure you only can buy that in Canada. Tense Canada Dry, but it seems to be my favorite right now. And A&W root beer, diet root beer. But I usually buy what's on sale. Even though I go to Walmart, you can get 2 cases for $8 for 2 12s. It's usually the cheapest that isn't really on sale anywhere. So I usually buy, sometimes you can get it from Shoppers Drug Mart, which is another Canadian brand pharmacy. They have 18 packs there for $4.88 a case. Sometimes I get those, but they're only Diet Coke. So I don't really have a preference anymore for Pepsi or Coke. I'll drink both. It doesn't bother me anymore. I buy whatever's cheap. But I am a popaholic. Instead of an alcoholic, I'm a popaholic. I will admit that. I drink way too much pop. What is your spiritual animal and why? Spiritual animal. I don't know if this is my spiritual animal, but I like owls. I have a lot of statues of owls in my house. Now, some people determine owls as being a sign of death, but I don't think of that. I like the look of an owl. I have an owl in my garden outside. I have 2 or 3 statues of owls in my house. I have a picture frame that I bought from Niagara Falls when we went on vacation to Niagara Falls. That's one place, if you ever come to Ontario, go to Niagara Falls. And I know that Rachel's coming to Toronto, which is beautiful too. Don't get me wrong, Toronto is beautiful too, and there's lots of things to do in Toronto. But if she can rent a car and drive up to the falls, which is probably only like maybe an hour away from Toronto, she will love Niagara Falls. Clifton Hill kind of reminds me, I've never gone to Vegas, but it kind of reminds me of what I see in pictures of Vegas. It's kind of what like Clifton Hill kind of looks like. And they have 2 casinos there. I love going to Niagara Falls. So if she can manage to get to Niagara Falls, I would tell her that would be one place that she should go. Heck, if she told me I could drive her up to Niagara Falls, I could take a day. I love Niagara Falls. It's beautiful. So, I don't know how I got into the topic of Niagara Falls from owls. Oh, that picture frame that I bought at the bird. There's a bird exhibit there, and Alyssa took a picture with one of their birds, like one of their parrots, and then I bought the frame for the picture to go into. It's really cute. You're wearing perfume. What scent is it? My favorite perfume is Princess from Vera Wang. It's my all-time favorite perfume. I don't have any right now. I need to go buy some more. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. But my daughter started using all my perfume and it dwindled away. And now I don't have any more perfume. have like body sprays and stuff, but I don't really wear perfume that often. I'm not allowed to wear perfume to work, so perfume would only be like when I go out on my days off. So yeah, but that would be my favorite scent. Coffee or tea? I was on this tea kick where I was drinking a lot of tea. If you go in my car, you will see, because when I order a large tea from Tim Hortons, they put 2 bags in, but I always ask for the bag on the side, so that way I can bring home and make another tea. And I have all these tea bags in my console in my car. My friend Mo went in my car the other day and she just laughed because I had all these tea bags in the little cubby hole in my car. But now in the mornings I have been going back to drinking coffee in the morning. And I went there this morning and got a coffee, and I'm still drinking it because I'm the type of coffee drinker that just sips it when you buy such a big coffee. And I don't buy larges when I go to work. I only buy a medium because I don't seem to drink it all, and then I waste half of it. So I just get a medium. 2 cream, 1 sweetener is what I drink in my coffee. My tea, it has to be milk. 2 milk, 1 sweetener. What are your life goals? Well, when I wanted to go to college, my goal was I wanted to become an accountant. But like I said, I messed that part up of my life. And I didn't go to college. And I wish I did now, but I didn't. But my life goal is just to stay alive, I guess, right now. Don't really have life goals other than to be a good mother, which I think I'm not that bad of a mom. I'm not saying I'm a perfect mom, because I'm not. But I think I did a pretty good job raising my 3 kids by myself, with no help from my ex-husband and no help from Alyssa's dad. So I think that's my biggest accomplishment in life, is raising my 3 kids on my own. And it was hard. It's still hard. I still struggle every day. I'm not saying this so everybody feels sorry for me, because that's not it. I love my life. I wouldn't change anything about it. I wish things had gone out better for me. I wish I was still married. Maybe not to him, but to somebody else that's super nice and special. But that didn't happen. That didn't play out on my cards. I don't know if it ever will. I feel like I'm getting too old. But who knows? Some people find their true soulmate later in life, and I'm hoping that happens to me. I seem to always fall for the wrong guys, or I seem to crush on guys that are already taken, and I know I can't have. I don't know. I just haven't found the guy that just makes me feel awesome, like Alyssa's dad and Raymond, my ex-boyfriend, that I honestly truly thought was my soulmate. But it didn't work out in the cards for us either. Now he's with this stupid witch that doesn't treat him very well. And you know what? Karma's a bitch. That's all I gotta say. Karma's a bitch. Now you know. Now you know what it feels like to not feel loved. I don't know. Is that mean of me to say? Maybe. But you say things when your heart is broken, and he broke my heart super bad. I loved him with all my heart. I would do anything for that man. Why, I don't know, but I would. So, next question. You have to keep on opening up the tablet because I talk too long and the tablet closes. What sports did you play or have played? The only sport I ever really played was soccer, and I didn't really play on a team. It was a team that was supposed to come together at the Portuguese Club for all girls, and it never did happen. But I went to a few practices. I wasn't really a sportsy person. I didn't really like sports. I never liked phys ed. I wasn't very active in that way. Never did like sports. My parents never really put me in sports other than that team that basically did not amount to anything but practices with some cool girls. Have any books you read changed your life? Well, I'm not a very big reader. The only real series I actually even read as a teenager was the V.C. Andrew novels. All her series in the V.C. Andrew, she had a lot of them. I would buy them as soon as they came out. The only other book I've actually really read since then is 50 Shades, all the series of 50 Shades. I'm not one to read. I'm not a very good reader, so that's probably why I don't read that well. Like, I don't read that much. And I've always had a learning disability. That's another thing that probably nobody knows about me. I think that's one of the questions. But yeah. Who are your favorite YouTubers? My all-time favorite YouTuber is not diamond painting related. It is Grimm Green. He's a vapor. He helped me quit smoking, and I just love everything about him. I also have a huge crush on him, which I'll never meet him ever because he lives in Los Angeles, but I can still Google over him, and he got married this year. Super sad about that, but I loved him so much. I was even a Patreon for a while, where some YouTubers have like a Patreon page where you pay monthly to them so they get money. I don't know why any of the people on here that have a lot of subscribers, I don't know why they don't do a Patreon. But yeah, I pay $10 a month for him and another YouTuber, Ruby Roo, but I stopped paying it a few months ago before my surgery because money was tight and I didn't want to spend the money anymore, giving them money every month. So I stopped giving them money. Plus, to honest truth fact, I haven't watched very many of his videos lately. I don't really know the new technology that has come out. Well, I know some of it that has come out in the vaping community, but I've kind of gotten so deep into this hobby that I kind of forgot about my other passion in life, which is vaping. Like I said before, I've been using this system for 2 years. I haven't changed it, and this is actually Grimm Green designed this RDA. And the tip here is from Double Helix Design. I know she has an Instagram and a Facebook page. Jess Marie from Double Helix Design. She makes the tips. She makes a lot of tips. She makes tips for other mods too, and she's from the US. If you're a vapor and you want to find some cool tips, that's where I got that one from. And she always gives you an extra one when you order, if you order from her. So this is called the Recoil RDA. It's my favorite. Look, and I said, my coils have been staying pretty clean with this juice. I think I'm gonna buy this juice again. I think I found my new fave in town. And this is a squonker, because I'm usually a dripper. I find dripping, you get more flavor. But here I go again talking about my vape. I should do vaping videos with my one mod. This is what I got this week because I don't buy anything else. Oh, I'm so silly today. No. Where was I? Oh, I was talking about books, wasn't I? How the heck did I go from books to vaping? What is your favorite movie? My all-time favorite movie is 16 Candles. I love that movie. It's a classic, and I love it so much. Molly Ringwald, is that how you say her name? I loved her. I loved every movie she was in. There, she's in another one, something pink. Was it Pretty in Pink? I like that movie too. I love some 80s movies. Another 80s movie that I really liked was Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Anybody remember that one? If you do, put it down in the comments below if you remember that movie. Super funny movie. Now you look back and you watch them, it's like, boy, the quality of these movies suck. Because we're so used to such good movies now. But yeah, definitely 16 Candles, my all-time favorite movie. Classic. Okay, next question. I actually skipped a question. I already answered that one. Do you speak any languages, and how well? I speak English. By the way, us Canadians don't have an accent. I don't know where you guys get with we have an accent. We don't have an accent. So I find it weird when people say in the States that we have an accent. I don't think we have an accent here in Canada. The only people I think have an accent in Canada are Newfoundlanders. From Newfoundland, they have an accent. But I don't think us Canadians have an accent. But the two languages I speak is English and Portuguese. Obviously, because my parents were Portuguese. My parents only spoke Portuguese. They didn't speak any English. My mom knew more English. Like, she knew words, but she didn't speak in sentences in English, but she knew like words. She knew all the money. She knew how to count to 100. You ask her like, what is a cavalo? In Portuguese, that's a horse. In English, she would say horse. Pork is a pig. In English, is a pig. Like, she knew words, like if you say, but she didn't actually speak in sentences. Like when she would, someone English would call the house. I used to think this was funny. If somebody English would call the house, my mom would answer and she'd say, "Me no speak English." And I used to think that was so funny when she used to do that. But yeah, oh, I love and miss my mom so much. Even though she was strict, she was my mom and I loved her. I loved her dearly. And my dad too. My dad was a funny character. My dad spoke no English. No English at all. I don't even know how he survived in Canada. But yeah. So English and Portuguese. Eu posso falar em português. Pretty good. I know I know more to hear it. I understand what people are saying. To speak it, I do kind of like slang it with English a little bit, which makes a person like from Portugal laugh when I talk Portuguese, because sometimes it's half English, half Portuguese. My Portuguese has become rusted because my parents have died, and eu não falo português that much anymore. But yeah, I do know Portuguese. And I still like talk Portuguese to my tias, which means aunt in Portuguese. And yeah, I do speak a little bit of Portuguese. Okay, are you single or taken? I have been single for, feels like forever now. I've had men off and on, but I have not been in a steady live-in relationship since Raymond, my last boyfriend. What is your ideal of a dream date? A dream date for me, which I didn't really go on too many awesome dates, but honestly, I think it'd be dinner and a movie, or just a long, nice drive to the beach or something. Or if it's like a really romantic date, like that you already know the person, not like a first date, to go like to a hotel in Niagara Falls and get like the honeymoon suite and just live it up for one night. That'd be an all-time awesome getaway date. But just an average first date would be dinner and a movie. Would be awesome. I've never had too many of those, but that's what I think it would be. How long was your longest relationship? My longest relationship was 5.5 years. If you could count me and Raymond, we dated twice, both for one time it was 4 years and the other time it was 3 years. So that would equal out to longer than the 5.5 that I did with my other boyfriend before I got back together with Raymond again. Probably Raymond has been in my life the longest. Maybe that's why I love him the most. Never thought of it that way. See, things come out on these questions that you don't even think about. How would you describe your fashion sense? I'm not really into high top fashion. I'm not into designer clothes. Like I said, I'm a single mom with 3 kids. You can't really afford fashionable clothes. But I do like skinny jeans are my favorite. I don't like bell-bottomy pants. The new fashion that I really like are those tops that go off the shoulder, but they have the sleeve, but they have the hole on the shoulders. You know, those tops that are in style right now, they're my favorite. I have a whole bunch of those tops, and they're my favorite tops to wear. So, I don't really know. Other than fashion sense, what I do like buying name brand though are purses. I have a Coach purse, I have a Coach wallet. My next purchase, I really want a Kate Spade purse or a Michael Kors purse, but they're super expensive. And I don't know what my next purse is going to be. I used to get Guess purses, but I don't really like Guess anymore. I've fallen out of the Guess purse phase. I need some more wax. What is your go-to hairstyle? My hair has always been the same as it's always been. I like it a little bit longer than my shoulders. I like the style where it shapes your face, it goes into your face, and I usually straighten my hair. I have bangs. Like my video. At the beginning of my video, that's basically what my hair looks like now. Other than the highlights. I don't have highlights in my hair right now. They will be coming back, but I don't have them right now. It's just a solid. I actually dye my hair a little like a red color. I have a lot of gray hair. It's terrible. I have to dye my hair or else I'd be all gray in the front. How many siblings do you have? I think my daughter says I messed it up in my first video. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. I have my sister Helen, my sister Yvette, and then my brother Joe that passed away in 2017 on December 25th, on Christmas Day. Those are my siblings. My sisters are still alive. My sister Helen thinks she's my mother, but she is not my mother. Some people joke that she is my mother, but she's not my mother. My mother passed away in 2007. What is your go-to fast food order? My go-to. Right now I'm on a kick of, at McDonald's, I get the BLT quarter pounder, but usually it's a Big Mac is my go-to. Big Mac combo. It's usually McDonald's. We do have other fast food. I don't like Burger King. I find it always cold here in town. And yeah, Burger King is not really my jam. I'll eat it. Sometimes we get it to be different. And I just heard someone pull into my neighbor's driveway. Do you use a PC or a Mac? Well, right now I need a cord for my computer, so my computer is not running, but it is a PC. But I tend to use Mac on an everyday basis. I film on a Mac, which is my iPhone. I use my iPad, which is an iPhone, which is a Mac. So that's not really that color, because I did have one messed up color in here. So yeah, so and every day I use Mac more than I do PC, but I do have a PC computer. That is not running right now because I have to buy a cord, but I've been lazy and I haven't gone to buy the cord for it. What was my most memorable vacation memory? Well, I don't really remember this too well, but I do remember this. When I was 4 years old, I remember was the only time I went on a plane, and we went to Portugal. But it's not where my parents came from in Portugal. We went to the mainland, like Lisbon, I think it was. I'm not sure exactly where we were, because like I said, I was 4 years old. But we went with these people, like my dad's friends, my mom's friends from Canada. We went and stayed at the person's mother's house or something. I don't remember, But I remember this old lady, and she had a goat. Now, my sister said it was outside, but I don't remember it being outside. I remember it being downstairs. Maybe it was outside. Like, I remember it being downstairs, and there was like one of those foosball tables, you know, the soccer tables. There was one of them down there, and there was this back room that looked like a shed. Yvette says it was outside, and she was older, so maybe I am wrong, but this is the memory that I know in my head. And me and my friend Lena used to go up to it. She had a freaking goat. She had a goat living in there. And she would get milk from this darn goat. And he would kick the door. And then I still drank out of a bottle. Yeah, because I'm Portuguese and my mom believed in giving me a bottle till I was like 4 years old. It's actually a true thing. They do. Like when I had my daughter Sarah, I had to like tell my mom no. She just wanted to give Sarah the bottle for like ever. And I'm like, no, she's cut off. And my mom would get mad. But anyways, I stopped drinking the bottle actually from this vacation trip because my mom would try to give me a bottle at night and I'd be like, no. I'm like, that lady went downstairs. That milk is from that goat downstairs. And I would not drink it. And my mom would be like, no, Liz, I went to the store and got cow's milk. And I'm like, no, it's from that goat downstairs. And I would not drink that milk. So that's when I stopped drinking the bottle. Was on our vacation to Portugal. That's the one memory I have of a vacation. Of that vacation. Because I don't remember all of the vacation. I remember another part where my mom bought me this beautiful dress and I was in a parade. It must have been like the Festival of the Holy Spirit like going on right now today in town. I've been in that parade a few times when I was a teenager. But it's not really a parade, more like a procession, which they'll be doing today from the church all the way down to the Portuguese Club. And I've done that walk a few times because I was actually the American flag. Because there's flags that we wore and one was Canada. Oh no, I'm lying. I was always Canada. My friend Irene was the American flag all the time. I'm pretty sure it was the American flag, the Canadian flag, and I think the Portuguese flag that would walk. It was like these dresses that were made. They were really pretty. And we'd walk in the procession towards the front to represent the 3 countries. What is your morning routine and evening routine? My morning routine is I get up at 4 o'clock a.m. Well, my alarm clock tells me to get up, but I don't physically get up till probably 4:30. I snooze a lot. And then I get dressed, brush my teeth, do my hair, put on my work clothes. This is if I go to work. On my days off, I usually get up, come in here, I'll diamond paint for a little bit, make my daughter's lunch. But on days that I work, I make the lunch in the evening so that I don't have to make it in the morning, which I have to do tonight because I have to go to work Monday. And I go to work in the evening. When I come home from work, I usually have a bath right when I get home to warm up. And then I'll come and diamond. If I feel up to it, I'll diamond paint for a little bit and watch TV. If I don't feel like diamond painting because I'm too sore or tired, I'll just watch TV for a couple of hours, then I'll go to bed. On my days off, I usually diamond paint all day and all evening and clean the house and do all the extras too, but in my spare time, which is a lot, I diamond paint. Do I have any bad habits? I think the only bad habit I have right now is vaping. I don't really consider it a bad habit, but other people do. But that would be the only bad habit I have right now. Would be vaping. Tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. There isn't really anything. Holy, there's way more. I don't know if I'm going to do all these. And my dogs are starting to whine that they want to go out. I think I'm going to stop it at this one. Of tell us something about you that you don't know. There's nothing that you guys don't know about me. I've pretty much told you my whole life story. Other than I said earlier that I have a learning disability. That's something that you guys probably didn't really know. I don't know if I said it other than this video. That's the only thing I can think of. But my dog, Lola, is telling me it's time to go potty, Mom. So I'm going to let you guys all go. I hope you enjoy this Whip and Chat. My Tuesday Whip and Chats will always have a tag. I will always try to find a tag for my Tuesday chats. Friday chats will just be random crap that's going on in my life. Maybe I'll give you an update about my neighbor. See what she's up to. It'll be like confessions of the neighbor next door. I don't know, I'm being silly. But anyways, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like, please subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you did. I'd be super tickle pink. And remember everybody, a little dab will do you. See, the dog wants to go to the bathroom. Love y'all. Bye.